Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Karen Cesario Rizzo, and this is Lights Up with Coach Care. I'm a light worker and an empath. I'm an author, a certified spiritual life coach, certified relationship, health and wellness coach, and Reiki practitioner. I work with energies, angels, and spirit guides. I'm a channeler, a healer, a messenger, and an intuitive. So let's get right to it. Today's subject is very close to my heart. Did I just say that? Because the subject is triggers. Yes. Are triggers close to my heart? Yes, they absolutely are. Triggers. Just think of the word. What comes to mind? It could be a thought. A trigger can be a thought that sets off an action. And depending how tight that thought is packed, the trajectory of a trigger is where our pain can hurt not just ourselves, but others. Okay, let's back up a bit. Basically, our triggers can set off a chain of events. Because basically, triggers are triggering. The word trigger can trigger us. A thought can trigger us. An event, a person, a place, a thing, a smell, a color of paint. And I say that because that happened to me. Talk about that another time. Let's back up even more and examine the trigger in itself. Now, triggers are only as powerful as the power we give them. So it's safe to say, because they're so powerful, based on what they're packed with, it would be the most powerful opportunity to begin to find what's actually behind the trigger and heal from it. Believe me, I am in no way trying to minimize the effect the triggers have, what causes them, or the effects they have on ourselves and others. I've had many personally, and I know the effect they had not just on myself, but on others around me. The message today is about identifying them and examining them, what they're packed with, and what gives them their power and why. Triggers are behaviors that don't serve us. Personally, I had to go deep into my own triggers and identify them, searching for the source, like pulling at a power cord to see where it led, like the source of the pain. Maybe it was like a bunch of tangled up cords all intertwined together, coming from different sources. Each cord can be a feeling. Follow the feeling to the source. The source, again, is the pain. Once you've identified the source of a trigger, there's the opportunity to work through it. And there can begin the healing, and the issue no longer becomes a trigger. It can become a non-issue. Now, think back in your life when something used to trigger you, and today it doesn't. You wouldn't even think about getting upset about that issue today. It just goes right by you, doesn't even stop. That's because you identified the source, maybe unknowingly, but whatever, it doesn't matter because you took away its power. You unplugged the power source. No more juice to that power. It's not even active anymore. When you're triggered, you can have a strong, uncomfortable emotional reaction to something. When you're aware of the discomfort, it is an opportunity to heal. Be aware of the lingering emotions you experience in response to something uncomfortable. Be aware of the discomfort. The awareness is the key. And then we go back to asking ourselves the questions we talked about in last week's video. Ask yourself the question, then wait for the answer. If and when you get an answer, ask for another one. Again, wait for the answer. The answers will come when you're ready. Until then, be aware of the triggers. Maybe write them down and tuck them away until you're going to be ready to hear the answer. There are certain triggers that naturally fall away from us, just as we mature, as we get older, when we learn that certain things no longer warrant getting upset about. They just lose their power. But when a trigger lingers, that is worth looking into. When dealing with triggers, the most important thing is being aware of them in the moment, kind of like a notification bell going off. Trigger alert. Even if you're not ready to deal with it, the fact that you've identified the trigger is in itself so freeing. So I made a little list of steps. Let's see how you like these. Step 1, be aware of the trigger. Step 2, begin to unravel the cords, find the power source or sources. Number 3, begin the process of unplugging the power source one at a time. Step 4, free yourself from the trigger. It has no more power over you. Freeing yourself and taking back your power from something that used to trigger you is the best feeling, as you well know. You've done it before. This way, what triggers us heals us. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here, but I hope something today in this message resonated with you. If so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I probably have a half dozen out there now. So if you're drawn to the specific title of the video, please check it out, as these messages are timeless. If you'd like more information on setting up coaching sessions with me or any of the other services I offer, my email address is listed in the description box below. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and for so many that support me, for the phone calls and the text messages and the emails. Your support means everything to me. But I want you to remember that you are the light, and it is our jobs to keep our lights lit for each other. So today is another reminder. Keep those beautiful lights shining, my friends. Lights up.